GNUS stock update. Okay guys, so here we are with another GNUS Brands video. My name is TJ and I hope you guys are stay tuned until the great information and the opportunity we have in GNUS Brand stock. So if you guys like money and you like stocks, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel to receive more videos on growth stocks like GNUS Brands and other ones, as we talk more about one of the better, I think, penny stock opportunities we have in the market right now. Before we get into the full content, guys, I want you guys to make sure you up and grab your 2 free stocks from Webull, guys. This offer is set to expire on March 31st, so there's really only 1 or 2 days left. All you have to do is click the link in the description below and deposit at least $100 into your Webull account. You get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. So make sure you guys grab that deal soon, because that deal will be ending on March 31st. So let's get back into the video, guys. So here we are with GNUS Brands. So it's been a long, rocky roller coaster, I would say, as a GNUS Brands shareholder. It's definitely one of the more volatile penny stocks out there on the marketplace, but this should be the most exciting week, I think, as a GNUS Brand shareholder. So I've talked up this stock for a while now. It's been going ever since June of 2020, so it's almost been a year. So for you guys who have been following my channel for some time, you're pretty familiar with why I'm so bullish on it. And if you want kind of a more comprehensive video on the bullish catalyst, be sure to check out some of my previous videos on GNUS Brands. You can do that by simply heading over to my channel page and just searching the GNUS ticker symbol. But right now we're going to talk about the main catalysts that are set up for this week. We have 3 or 4 really big catalysts, so we're going to spend time on each one. So let's get into it right now. So first off, obviously we have earnings coming up, and GNUS Brands, they're going to be publishing their earnings report on their website. So I've seen a lot of different dates. I've seen March 30th, I've seen March 31st, and I've seen April 4th, but I know it's going to pretty much happen this week. I'm not 100% sure exactly when, but we do know that you'll be able to find this. All you have to do is go to the GNUSBrands.com website and head over to their SE filings tab, and you will see this quarterly report. It's going to be listed under the 10Q. So 10Q, that's like the symbol for quarterly reports. So I'll obviously be making an update video on this, but if you wanted to kind of find this out on your own, you can simply head over to the GNUS Brands website, or probably I'm pretty sure sites like Seeking Alpha, Yahoo Finance, they'll probably issue press releases as well to update you, so you'll be able to find the quarterly numbers. So that's the most important thing. We're just coming off a huge holiday season. Q4 is a massive holiday season and spending season for kids content. You know, parents are saving up their money at the end of the year. They're buying things like toys. People are streaming a lot of content during the holidays. So this should be a really, really excellent opportunity. We have the ChizCom acquisition. That revenue should be added to the books as well. So it'd just be really interesting to see what happens. Obviously, I'm extremely bullish on this company, but at the same time, I want to see decent top line and bottom line growth. So I want to see good revenue. I want to see good profits as well. So we'll kind of see what happens. But right now it's a little bit speculative, but we'll find out more in the earnings report. So then the second news catalyst is, of course, the Marvell news. So the CEO, Andy Hayward, he kind of hinted at it earlier. He said this news is going to be released on the last day of the month, and I expect that to be on March 30th, guys. So that's what I'm thinking, that this date is going to be where we're going to see the news. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that news, where he kind of just basically hinted to it in this letter that he wrote on his website. So this is the CEO letter that he posted in early March. So as you can see here, it says, "We will announce official news on Marvell, and they will announce that our deal with them no later than the end of March." So my guess is March 30th. We'll see exactly if he keeps his word, but hopefully that'll be around March 30th. And then the third catalyst is, of course, the Roblox news. So obviously I mentioned this deal earlier in one of my previous videos on GNUS Brands, but I still don't think this is really baked in. So, you know, Roblox coming to the cartoon channel is a phenomenal deal. And the reason why it's a major catalyst is because this is what's really hot with the youth right now. So we're talking about, you know, school-age children, teens. Roblox is a big catalyst. And the fact that they signed a partnership with 10Key, perhaps there could be even more Roblox cartoons and things coming in the future. And so we all know that streaming is the future, right? Everyone's cutting their cords, everyone's watching YouTube, everyone's streaming stuff on Roku and things like that. Streaming is the future. And I've read a lot of articles. I've read other great investment analysts like Luke Lango over at Investor Place and things like that. And he says that by 2030, no one's going to be watching cable. It's going to be like 100% streaming. So this is just the beginning for Cartoon Channel. The partnerships that they have in place are just insane, right? They've got partnerships with Samsung. The content is distributed all through Roku, Amazon, Amazon streaming platform, Apple Plus. They're doing deals with Tankey. They just acquired a Chizcom. They're partnering with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Shaquille O'Neal to produce content. All of this for basically a penny stock with a market cap of less than $1 billion. So the foundation is so strong for GNUS Brands. And it's really just the beginning, because remember, they just announced the news for the Cartoon Channel. The Cartoon Channel has not even been around for a year. So if we were to give Cartoon Channel like a birthday, it's only 9 months old. So this is just the beginning. And this is one of the reasons why I think it's an awesome opportunity to get in now. So we don't really know where the stock is going to be headed in the next week. But we do know that it's still a penny stock. It's still under $3 at the current moment. But the long-term potential for this stock is massive, because we all remember last year when GNUS Brand stock, it basically was soaring, and at one point hit around $10 or so, and then it came back down to earth because a lot of that was based on hype and not revenue. Well, I think this time around, once the stock makes this next move, there's going to be a solid foundation backed by it. Obviously, we're going to get a sneak preview of the Superhero Kindergarten channel. That's going to be in April. But I think overall, the picture for GNUS Brands is just getting better and better and better. So now what I want to do is I want to wrap this up with a price prediction, and I want to show you guys what I'm doing to generate income from my position, because, GNUS Brands, it doesn't pay a dividend, and it's been a really, really long wait to kind of get back to where I think this stock should be, which is probably at least a $1 to $2 billion company, considering all of the great talent surrounding it. So now let's talk about a price prediction, and I want to get into how I'm generating income. So for my price target, I've always been long term. I think GNUS Brands will easily fill this cup, and it could just be, with this new news coming up, it could be as soon as June. So maybe this is a 1 year path. So the stock spiked in June, and then, right now it's March. Maybe by this June, we could reach $7 to $8 as well, which means there's around 2 to 3x upside in just a few months. But if it takes a little bit longer, maybe until August or so. But we all know that things are moving in the right direction, and that with this stock, it's a patient, basically buy and hold for me personally. So when the stock was around $1, I wrote some articles on Seeking Alpha. I was uploading videos telling you guys just people were too scared of this stock. You're too fearful. This was a great time to get in. So if you guys got in around $1, you're almost tripled your money. But that's just the beginning, I think. Once we see better revenue and we start seeing the Shaq's Garage, I think really when Shaq's Garage premieres at the end of this year, I really think that's when you're going to see the stock explode, because Shaq has such a huge social media following. He's still active working and things like that. He works on NBA on TNT. He can basically plug his cartoon every week with basically the millions of basketball fans watching. So the opportunity's there. This is just a patient buy and hold game. But I know a lot of you guys own a lot of shares. So me personally, I only have about 1,000 shares personally, and then I have another 700 or so shares in a custodial account. But for some of you guys out there, I've been reading the comments. Some of you own 5,000, 10,000, maybe even 15 or 20,000 shares. I'm going to show you guys an excellent way to generate some income off of your position while you play the waiting game. And we're going to do that by selling covered calls. So here we are on the Yahoo Finance website, and we're going to talk about covered calls. So I wanted to make this video short. I don't want to run on too long, and I want to make a more comprehensive video on covered calls, but I'll show you what I did today. So here we are with GNUS Brands. We're looking at call options. So a covered call is basically when you own the underlying stock, and then you're going to sell a call option into the market for someone to potentially buy those shares from you at a higher price. So right now, GNUS Brands is trading at $2.66. So what I did is I simply, this morning, I do it every Monday morning because I figure you can get the most money for the stock. So what I did was I chose the strike price of $5, and then I sold 10 options contracts for 5 cents each, and I pocketed a premium of $50. So what this basically means is that as long as GNUS brand stock doesn't finish over $5 by April 1st, I get to keep the premium, which is around $50, and then Fidelity takes a percentage fees based on the options contract. So I ended up pocketing about $47 to $48, but that's just with 1,000 shares. So let's say some of you guys out there, you have a big position. Let's say you have 10,000 shares. Well, if you simply sell call options on your stock, let's say you have 10,000 shares, that would have generated you around $500 in premiums, and then you would have pocketed around $470. So you can actually sell covered calls to kind of to pay yourself a dividend or generate extra income from your position, so you don't have to just sit there and wait. So this is a really, really powerful strategy, guys, and I'm going to be sure to update you guys with a more comprehensive video showing you step by step how I sell covered calls on positions like GNUS brands to generate money. But just using this strategy off a smaller investment of just say 1,000 shares, which is around $2,600 at these current market prices, you can generate an income of around $1,000 per year. Obviously, if you have more shares, if you have 10,000 shares, you could probably generate an income of $10,000 or more just by selling call options. So the worst case scenario is that the stock ends up over $5 this week, and then I'll have to sell my shares, which I really don't want to. So that's why I chose a strike price. I don't think, even with good Marvel news, I don't think the stock will reach $5 in a few days, but I could be wrong. But like I said, guys, this is a great way for you guys to generate income from your position. GNUS brands is one of those stocks where it's not really moving that fast, but you know, it's probably not going to go to zero. I don't think the company's going bankrupt. You know, they have a lot of cash on their balance sheet and no debt, so there's no really risk of bankruptcy right now. So this is a great example of a way to generate money from your position without having to really sell your shares or have to chase dividend stocks that really aren't, you know, basically outpacing the cost of capital. And with all of the fiat money being distributed all over the world, and you know, Joe Biden printing money and basically sending out all this stimulus money, he's really devaluing the dollar. So you don't necessarily have to buy dividend stocks to generate passive income from your positions. You can simply sell covered call options. So I hope this video was helpful, guys. I think it's about time to wrap things up. My future price prediction after the Marvel news, I'm exactly sure, guys, but I know the GNUS brand should at least be a $1 billion company, which should probably put this stock trading somewhere between $3 to $4 by the end of this week. We'll see if it hits $5. If it's over $5 before the end of this week, I'll have to sell my shares, which I really don't want to do. So I'm kind of hoping that we see around $3 to $4 range. That should be a decent price target. But we don't really know how the market will take the news. But I think a Marvel partnership should send this stock skyrocketing. So, like I said, great time to get in, guys. One thing that I do notice is that we're probably going to at least break through this previous resistance level. So I can give you guys at least this. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball or anything like this, but that previous resistance level at around $3 a short. So we should break through that pretty easily. And then we're going to take a look at some previous resistance levels to kind of see exactly where this stock could end up. So I think once GNUS brands breaks through $3, the next resistance is basically at around $4. And then we have $5, and then the last one or so is around $8 or $9. So let's say we break through this $3 resistance and probably head to $4. I would think the stock should probably end up somewhere by the end of the week between $3.50 to $4. That's my conservative guess. But I could be wrong, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure to do your own due diligence and never invest money that you can't afford to lose. I think GNUS brands is one of the most solid growth penny stocks you can find on the market right now. So that's it for until next time, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I brought some value to you, and for you GNUS longs out there, I hope I covered a lot of the important catalysts that are going to be coming this week with the earnings report. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe for more future videos from me. And be sure to check out my daily Stock Watch newsletter and my private Discord chat where we're talking more about growth stocks that can rise in the future. So that's until next time, guys. Take care.